Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or evening, if some of you are working on math today in the evening, whichever one it is, good, whatever. We are going to be starting our next lesson today with a little bit of a break from addition, okay? So we're going to be doing a couple of lessons here over the next couple times where we're just learning some new number words. So way back when we learned how to write some of the different number words, we're going to learn some of the further number words today. We're going to need some pages out of our book. Well, one page out of our book and a pencil to be working on today. We're going to need student journal. And we are going to be doing lesson 7.1. It's called Matching Representations for 14, 16, and 17. So today we're going to focus on those three numbers. It's page number 95 out of our book, and it looks like this. So it's got a little pink guitar down here in the corner where my nose is. So that helps us find it. And it's got these numbers right here and a pencil. And like I said, that's probably about it. And then we will talk about it once I pause this, turn it around, and get a picture on our board, and then we'll start talking about what those numbers are, what they're made up of, and how to write them. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm back to my sitting in my normal spot, and I've got some stuff that we're going to talk about today. Like I said, we're going to take a little bit of a break from adding stuff together, and we're just going to talk a little bit about number words and what makes them up. So it's going to involve some of our letter things that we've been studying in the other classes, some phonics, some reading, and basically how to show numbers using words. We're going to learn a little bit about them, and we're going to do them a little out of order. So it's not going to be in the number that you count excuse me, I just ate breakfast. The numbers that you count the numbers in order, but for some reason we're going to train you how to spell them and what the words look like way out of order. It's cool. Math's fluid like that. You can kind of move it around. It's still going to make sense once you learn them all. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about these three new number words today, and we're going to give you a practice to write them down. But I want to show you something that I just kind of want to tell you about, and that is that you already kind of know some of the parts that we're talking about because you have looked at these words already. So you guys have learned how to spell these words. You might still be working on them, and that's totally fine. They're going to keep coming back, so you're going to get a chance to do it. So I'm just going to tell you what these are. Right now I've written up here the word 4, 6, and the word 7. So I've got a seven, right? This is 6. This says or here. It's a little one of those tricky words in our language where sometimes you can't sound it out the way it's supposed to, because if you're sounding it out the way it was supposed to, it'd be like which is not how we say for. That's just one of the sight words that we have to learn. So we're going to learn some new numbers today, and we're going to learn a little bit about this part of a word. And what I'm writing right here is teen, the word teen. These are things that we're going to add to some of our number words that we already know and make some new number words. It now reads 14, 16, 17, okay? So this teen stays the same for all of it. We just added our number words that we already knew plus this. And I'm going to tell you what this word teen means. Teen is a quick way for us to say and 10. Okay? Teen stands for and 10. So the way that these words would read is 4 and 10. 6 and 10. 7 and 10. So that means that when we have just 14, we're going to kind of zero in on that. I'm going to tell you what and 10 means. So 14 means we have this number right here. So here is our 4, and it's going to be in a place called the ones place. We're going to get into place value as we go. I can tell you right now that this 4 is in the ones place. We've got a couple different places. There's the ones place, there's the tens place. Later on, we're going to get into the hundreds place. Those are all going to make more sense as we go. You don't really need to focus on that right now. But it means that we have 4 little dots. And that's this part of the word, but this part of the number. And over here, there's one group of tens. So this is a 10. And I told you a little bit earlier in math that we talked about, when we talked about why you have how many numbers or fingers and toes that you do. And that's because groups of 10 are easy to add together or mess around with when you're doing math. Our number system is all about the number 10, figuring out different ways to make 10. We have 10 fingers. Our number system has 10s in it all over the place. So 14 means we have 4 ones and 10. And we add those together. And if we add them together and we keep counting, it's this 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So when we're thinking about the number 14, we need to think about we have one group of 10s. They kind of hang out together like that. There's a 10. Plus 4. Oh, I fibbed. You do have to add a little bit. You got to think about adding just a little bit because 14 is 10 plus 4. Okay, so if we change this number a little bit and look at our other numbers, we're going to get rid of the 4 and put the 6 back up here. 16 is what that reads. That means 6 and 10. So we have the number 16, which means 6 ones and 1 10. So I've got a group of 10 right here. There's my 10, 1 10. And here is my 6. So I have 10 plus 6 equals 16 over here. And this, if I add these all up and count them, it would be 16 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that teen part just means and 10 or add 10 to the number that you start with. There's a couple little tricky numbers that come along down the line that don't stick to this teen thing for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure on the history of that. Maybe I'll figure it out when I learn it. Because today I actually learned what teen means. So you learn something new every day. So your work today is going to be taking a look at your book and figuring out how to spell this word. You get to practice the word by tracing it right here. You can use this with pencils, you can use this with crayons, whichever one you want to do. Just try to trace this out. It says 14 right here. Here's what it looks like as a number. And then you are going to draw the matching number of shapes. So it tells you the shape that you're supposed to draw, and it tells you how many you want to draw. So the way I recommend doing it is doing it a group of 10 over here, 10 of these shapes, and then look at your other number that you're going to be drawing over here. So maybe a group of 10 right here and 4 over here would be your number 14. That way you can start thinking about 10 groups of 10 plus a little bit more. Let me go grab a pencil and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to pause it for 1 second and I'll grab a pencil. So we're going to talk about what I meant. Here's my page. I'm looking at my 14. Kind of like what I did over there, I kind of thought about the fact that this 4 is just 4 little 1 dots. And this 1 is a group of 10. That means you have one group of 10 there. So you can think of that like 10 dots. So I've got 10 and 4. This is asking you to draw hearts. So to give myself some space, I'm going to draw There's my 10 hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And over here, I'm going to draw my 4. You can do this either way. You can put your 10 and your 4 on either side. That way I can start thinking about the fact that once you get to 10, they kind of travel around together. They're real close buddies once you get to that magic number 10. So I'm still showing 14 because I've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I just went ahead and started thinking about that group of 10 as a group of 10s plus a little bit more. So for 16, you're going to change this number over here to 6. And this one's 17. You can kind of try on your own. Let us know how you think about this or how it's going for you. When you're doing this page on Seesaw, if you have any questions, you can always record your questions and send them to your teachers so they can kind of explain something that I might have made overcomplicated, because I did try to make it a little overcomplicated today by explaining groups of 10. So if you have any extra questions, please send them our way. If it's clicking for you, please do the best you possibly can. The next couple lessons, we're going to do the same the same exact thing, but with different numbers. We're going to learn about different number words. So we're going to keep practicing on that, and we'll see you next lesson.